Hello again. Well, recently, as you know, I've not been complaining about SNG Barrett. And I got a funny feeling you don't believe that. Why? Because I've been pissing and moaning about him. I'm about to piss and moan about him again. This is my original voltage regulator that goes in the dashboard. Made by Smith's Motor Accessories Limited, England. This is a piece of Chinese crap that SNG Barrett sell. I already had to do a little bit of a quick repair there, but now I've noticed that this one is loose as well. I thought, well, let's just test it, Gary. Let's make sure. It doesn't fucking work. Not one little bit, which is why most of my gauges are not doing what they should. Because this piece of Barrett, SNG Barrett crap from China doesn't fucking work. So I'm going to use this one, which does work. I've just cleaned it up. I'll give it a coat of clear lacquer just to help prevent it from rusting again. This was made in 1964. Jesus. 20, 30, 40, Jesus, 60 years ago? Is that right? Fuck me. And it still works. Right. That's for the trash. I can't get the money back. That's too fucking late. Now, okay, I know some of you going, well, Gary, why do you keep going to SNG Barrett when, they do sell crap? It's hard to find someone that has got everything that I need. They usually have what I need. And yeah, I have to modify a lot of it. And I get a discount. And every penny counts at the moment. That's the trouble with being retired and not having a pension. It sucks, believe me. Nothing much more I can say. I'm just going to have to start looking elsewhere to buy parts. Oh, and talking of parts, there's one piece I need. The door pin for the check strap. I've got 3 of these. I've lost one. Anybody out there got a spare one they'd like to sell me? Give me? Whichever. I just need one. Okay. Let's move on to something else. Maybe my pulley will arrive soon. Okay, yeah, it's hard to see, but down there in the depths is the new pulley on the alternator. And as you heard in the previous clip, maybe because of my crappy voltage regulator from SNG Barrett, maybe that was also causing my charging problem, or at least the light on the dash. We will see. I have moved the alternator now. That's good and tight. Now it's time to put the radiator back in. Here is my original voltage regulator, looking rather resplendent. I sandblasted the outside of it just to make it look pretty, and the connections, of course, for obvious reasons, and then taped them up when I clear lacquered it. Also note, I taped up the bolty down bit so that I get a good ground or earth. Now, what else was there? Oh yes, let's see if we can focus on that. Yep, see those 3 little pins there? They are ready to go in to the doors and replace the ones that I put in there, which aren't the originals. These 3 are originals, And as I mentioned in my previous section, if anybody has one of these, I just need one original. Don't give me a repro, I've got repros. One original pin. That would be nice. If you insist, I'll buy it. But please don't ask ridiculous money just because it's a Jaguar part. Alright, onward and upward. Gotta get the radiator in. Oh yeah. Let's have a look here. With a bit of a light on the subject. There she is. No, not fitted. It's just resting in there at the moment, and that hose, the top hose, is not connected. It's connected, but it's not connected. In other words, I haven't done up the clamps. And my reasoning for that is that it's a real pain in the ass to get these two top bolts in. But I will achieve it using my special tool. Ah, there it is. My special slim tool. Okay. That's what I gotta do. Oh look, what's that over there? That's one of my babies. Hey Finley, you okay bud? Yeah, you're a good boy. One of my garage buddies. Okay, back to work. Yeah, it's amazing what you discover, isn't it? Okay, prior to putting the radiator back in fully, I thought I'd better check the threads are clear. And wouldn't you know it, this thread was totally buggered. Now, the bolt looks fine. No problem with the bolt. So I've had to retap the thread. And of course, as you can see there, I just don't have a lot of room. So I can't get a tap wrench on it. Or at least not the one I've got. I know there are probably ratchet ones out there, but I don't have it. So I have to do it the old-fashioned way with a spanner. But that's okay. I can get it done. It just pisses me off that I have to do it. But it's one of those things you have to check before you do shit, because once you get the radiator in there and you spend hours trying to line up the bolt and it won't go in because the thread's buggered and you ain't aware of it. So, dry fit again. Yeah. Jesus Christ. What next, folks? What next is going to bite me in the ass? Going to be something. Don't you just know it? Still haven't got around to doing the brakes. Maybe I can get to that tomorrow. What I'd like to do is get this baby back together and fill it full of Evans coolant, and then I'm ready to rock and roll and get the clutch bled, then get the brakes bled, or at least figure out what the fuck's going on there. Oh. And once that's done, what next? I don't know. Oh, I've got the voltage stabilizer back in, and that's another reason I want to start the engine, is because I want to make sure that that voltage stabilizer is doing what it should do, and see if it has any effect on the gauges. Oh, and talking of the gauges, I noticed that I think it's the oil pressure gauge. I think the needle is touching the glass. Now, that's my fault, because I took it apart and cleaned it and, did a nice job inside. But I got a feeling that when the needle went back in, I got it slightly wrong. So I'm going to take that gauge out and take it apart. Yep, Murphy's Law strikes again, or as I prefer, Sod's Law. There you go. All right, let's get on and see what's next. Yep, this is one of my pet peeves. This is what happens when you use the original wiring harness. And I know a lot of you say, oh, it doesn't matter, Gary, it doesn't matter. Well, it does. The next few photographs will show you what happens when you do not adhere to replacing the wiring harnesses in your 60-year-old car. You'd be a fool not to. And I thank Tish for sending me the pictures. This is of a vehicle that is on eBay in the UK that caught fire because the idiots didn't replace the wiring harness. Enjoy.